Hi guys, and welcome back to another video on the Bridge YouTube channel where we bring you all things Chelsea. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Let's get into the latest transfer news. So let's start with some of the main news, which is that Callum Hudson-Odoi is now set to leave Chelsea. The player is willing to go already. This has been confirmed today by Simon Johnson. Chelsea is currently trying to do a deal with CHO where if he can reduce his wage by half, because remember he's on 120k a week, Chelsea would terminate the contract and give him the rest of the money so that he is free to choose wherever he wants to go to. The player himself also wants to leave the football club, so again I think it's in his interest to make something happen for him and to let him go. At the end of the day, man, Callum Hudson-Odoi, big man, the fake 1v1 demon, as I like to say as a joke, but the reality of the situation is, post the Achilles injury, he's had many a chance to show himself, and he hasn't really shown himself at Chelsea Football Club. And Callum Hudson-Odoi, it is what it is, bro. I have no hard feelings for you. Obviously, he didn't go well in the Bundesliga, and for me, as I always say, if you cannot make it in the Bundesliga, I don't know how you can make it in the Premier League. And that's just my opinion, particularly in a league where they are playing a high line football, a bit more pressing football. If you cannot score or assist goals in that league, there is a major problem going on there, especially if you're an attacker. So it is what it is at the end of the day. Callum Hudson-Odoi, bro, wish you nothing but the best and good luck in your journey. Let's move on to the next topic, which is on my favourite player, Hakim Ziyech. So he posted on his IG story today, knee problems, right? Essentially, yeah. And so he was saying as a joke, and literally there was a picture of him. It must have been him doing individual training by himself somewhere, and literally it was a picture of his legs, and you can just see his knees in particular. But what I'm trying to say is that he's trying to make it out that it wasn't like a medical issue, and that for all we know it could be a wage issue, it could be something else. But Ziyech, man, likes to be a little bit cryptic. You know what I'm saying? If you see Ziyech's Instagram, he's always got a little saying, if you can't do this, you can't do that. You know what I'm saying? That nonsense. So it is what it is with my good friend Hakim Ziyech. Listen, it's going to be interesting to see. I've said before, the club, because of he's on a similar wage to Callum Hudson-Odoi, you could probably just terminate the contract and let him look for clubs elsewhere. And I think that would be probably the easier thing to do. Excuse me. I think the other thing that you can also do, if I am Chelsea, maybe look for try to sell him for a reduced amount. Even if you do make a loss of him, and it is what it is, just try to sell him. From what we do know though, the Al Nassr offer for Ziyech is still on, so you never know. You can still go to Al Nassr if he doesn't fight anyone, and Al Nassr says, "Look, we've got a contract still available for you. Come and play for us." So again, you never know. We'll see what happens with Ziyech. Let's move on to a player that we are trying to get now from the Brazilian league, and that is Matheus Franca. He apparently can play in the cam position and the right wing, and he may be the cover that we were trying to get rather than a Gabriel Veiga as usual. As we know, Gabriel Veiga is set to go to PSG now, and I think some of the stuff that from what we're hearing is that PSG are paying over the odds for a lot of these youngster talents, and that Chelsea with the wage budget they want to give to these youngsters does not want to overpay for them. So clearly, we know what PSG are like. You know what the Qataris are like. It's got all that cash, flushing away, running around. So it is what it is, and that one. So he's gonna be the backup. He's gonna be a first team player. I don't know that much on him. I'm probably going to do like a player profile on him hopefully tomorrow for you guys to go and see, and so that I can also learn a bit about him, what his strengths are, what his weaknesses are. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. And going on, continuing similar to the Matheus Franca one, is Ryan Cherki. So as you know, Cherki, I spoke about him 2 days ago as a player profile. He's a good player, can play in the 10, can also play on the wing if need be as well, similar to him. And probably the club's also considering making a bid for him too, so you never know. Maybe if you bring in him and Franca, it could work. You could have maybe Franca more so the right wing cover for Madueke, and then you have Cherki as the main cover for Nkunku. And plus, I like in Cherki, sorry, and I think he's got a very high skill level. Obviously, again, as I said before, the pressing and the pace is an issue. However, again, with the right coach, such as a Pochettino, who can really draw that out of him, I think he can only go up. His level game can go only up, I should say. Sorry, yeah. So it is what it is. I like Cherki, and Franca again. I don't know that much about him. I'm gonna do a little scout report on him, see what he's like, and then make a judgment when I see some of the stuff that he does in preseason. But again, we still need to buy the player for Matheus Franca. We're apparently trying to get him for £20 million. So, if we do get him, we're looking at him to be a first teamer backup. So it is what it is. And finally, getting the Cherki connection going with Leon. Leon have basically been sanctioned by the DNCG, which is the French financial body, watchdog, and basically they are now controlling Leon's wage book and their transfers, basically the incoming transfers to be particular. It's now going to put the Pulisic deal in doubt. As you know, Leon made a bid for Pulisic for £21 million plus plus they were negotiating with Chelsea for a sell-on percentage for Chelsea Football Club. This now, I think, if you're AC Milan, gives you the chance to come back in and renegotiate. And if you're AC Milan, if you can get as close as possible to what Leon is doing, Chelsea will probably accept that bid. Plus, you know that Pulisic wants to move to AC Milan, and I know that another American international that he plays with is also going to AC Milan possibly as well. And some of his former Chelsea teammates are at Lyon, AC Milan, such as Ruben Loftus-Cheek and Tomori. So listen, man, and Giroud, as well, who he all played really well with at the end of the day. So listen, if you're Pulisic, bro, you know what, you probably want to go to Milan. So listen, AC Milan, the cards are on the table for you, man. You've got a chance to win it all. You've got a chance to take it all home. So do what you gotta do. And that is the transfer news all for today. I know this is quite a short video compared to others, but really it's because there's not that much news. The Caicedo deal, we just know they're negotiating literally. We don't know what's going on with the striker situation. We don't know anything really on that one. Obviously, we're hearing stuff about Cherki interested, Matheus Franca we're probably making a bid on, but that's really it. There's nothing much incoming, even though we know, according to Fabrizio Romano, this week is meant to be the incoming week. But, I said this before, but I really want to get some of these guys in by the end of this week, really. I want to get them in by the end of this week, if not early next week, so that they can really go through their rigors with Pochettino, so that we can get that time, that training, that high intensity training that Poch wants to do before we play our first game in July the 17th against, I believe, Wrexham or Brighton, one of those two. But that's the video, people. Please make sure to like and subscribe. On 212 subscribers, let's get to 220 today, please. Let's get to 220 subscribers today. That's the video today, and thank you for watching, and have a nice one.